Hello, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Ascent. And somewhere out there is Ronzor. We're going to try to bring him back today. His re-entry. Don't know how it'll go. So he was over here this direction. There goes his derelict ship. Rescue Ronzor. Right, here we go. I think we had 137 Delta V to get back down to that little blue dot. 186 actually. Let's rotate around. Get us in. Let's see, this is probably where we picked him up. We saved him. Now we have to get him back to. He's joined the space program, of course. He's been the furthest Kerbal. Not to give him praise, he did get himself stuck. So what we need to do is we're going to take a look and see. Let's turn this one off. We don't need to have that one targeted anymore. See if we can catch the moon somewhere and give us a gravity assist. Here's the moon. So if we were to rotate down, are we even, will we pass it maybe? It's not going to be there, of course. And slow down just a bit. Looking for a moon encounter. Okay, we're not getting it, but this is looking kind of promising. It's only 58 meters per second since we're way out here. No, we're at 156. Trying to go straight into Kerbin's atmosphere. We're not going to have enough Delta V. So we're going to have to find that moon encounter. Going to have to find a moon encounter. Let's see. This would have to be below 70. That's 179. So this is still a situation where, you know, it has to be done just right to save the Delta V. As the moon goes around Kerbin, should we meet it over here? Should we meet it on an equatorial plane? In 3 days, add a maneuver to fix our inclination. This would be the descending node here. Okay, we're at 163 with no encounter at the moment. Anything over 186 and this won't work. Looking to pull every bit of fuel that we can out of here. 186. Looking at the moon's orbit. We're going to have to cross the moon's path at some point. We should probably blow our orbit out a bit. It's close, very close. Okay, we've got an encounter at just 22 meters per second. 22 meters per second puts us in a better orbit. Let's take a look at the moon. We really want to be coming in to use the moon's orbit to lower our periapsis. Periapsis would be here in 4 days. A moon encounter in 5 days. And it pulls us into a smaller orbit here. I think we're going to go ahead and do that. We're just going to get closer and closer. Can I get it better? If I get closer to the moon. .22 meters per second, slowing down. We almost hit it again over here. And that throws us back out. That's a moon escape, and then we have another encounter which throws us back out. I think we'll do, this burn here. 22 meters per second. Gets us a moon escape in 6 days. So this is going to get us lower. It is going to use a bit of our fuel. Where does the periapsis leave us? It actually leaves us with a... Come in, we get the periapsis, we go to here, come out, then we're on the green one with a periapsis of 6 million. So I think we're going to do this one. Gets us a little bit closer. 6 million by 6 million. Doesn't really Once we get here, can we put another maneuver, and what will it take to lower our apoapsis? How do we tell? How do we tell the additional delta V? I don't think we can. I mean, that's what has to happen, but I don't see where it tells us our delta V on this one. How much delta V we would use. So what we're going to do is get rid of this one. I thought there was something that told us. And we're going to go ahead and make this burn. We'll be there in 4 hours. At least we can get closer and closer. Speed up time. 3 hours. 2 hours. 1 hour. Slowing down just a bit. Less than a second burn, and I will reduce the throttle on the engine to try to make this more accurate, the thrust. Watching the time down here, 10 minutes. Okay, let's go in and change the thrust limiter on the rocket engine. Face toward our maneuver node. It actually says I'm speeding up. I guess I am. I'm speeding up. I'm pushing the... yeah, till we get an encounter. Okay, we got 2 minutes to go. Speed up time here just a bit. There'll be a 3-second burn on this thrust. And here we go. We're just going to push out now. And we have our encounter. Let's take a look at it. We'll encounter the moon here. So just before we get there, if we were to make another maneuver to slow down this time, okay, we get an encounter here. It does look like, no, it throws us back out. So we're going to slow down some more, see if we can get into it better. That gets our periapsis down to 4 million. Can it go any better? No, it doesn't look like it. And it kind of corrects a inclination. $18 meters per second. What will that? We're at 164. So we'll be at 142. 146. Let's F5 and save this one. And I wish I could get a better encounter. I'd like for it to come right around here and just really slow us down. What would happen if we moved it? Do it this way, it doesn't help anything. Get over here, we get the encounter. Right there is about as close. 4,700,000. Let's go ahead and burn that one. Let's go ahead and time warp down here. We have an encounter coming up which is going to throw us into the purple. Because we'll leave it here. This is the one we want to adjust. So let's go ahead and make this 18 meter per second burn here. I have no electric charge. What about that? We have no electric charge. He is a pilot, but we can't do anything without electric charge. It's off. He could get out and push the craft around. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to EVA Ronzor. We're going to let go. Well, turn our lights on, then let go. Turn our jetpack on. And see if we can spin the ship. Get back in. Now we've got a little bit of charge here. We've got 50 seconds to make this burn. .32 seconds. Not going to get fully charged, but we will have some thrust here. We've got to get over to our maneuver node. We're getting a little bit of power, so that's okay. We can make this 10 seconds. Here we go. Okay, let's face the sun. Make sure we are facing the sun. $89, $96. That's going to give us pretty good. All right. We will enter the moons. We will encounter the moon here, and it's going to throw us into a better orbit, into this orbit here. At which point we could go to the apoapsis and see how much fuel it will take us to reach 227. Of course, that's too much. Oh, it does give us burn time into the red. Yeah, we're not going to have enough burn for this one either. That's all we'll have. That is all we will have. So we're going to have to put him in orbit of around the moon, probably. 143. Can we make this just a little bit better by slowing down? If we were to slow down 6 meters per second, what happens? $6 million, we're at 15 meters. Yeah, this is getting a little bit close here. Looks like we might have another encounter as well. Let's try, just keep slowing down. See if we get that other encounter that'll help. Okay, no help. No help here. 8 million. 30 meters is too much. What if we put ourselves in orbit around the moon? $24 meters per second puts us in orbit around the moon. We got a couple of encounters there. I'm not sure. That one really threw us out. I was slowing down, I think. No, I was correcting inclination. Let's try that again. Let's do it over here. Maneuver node, slow down here. Okay, we got an encounter or something there. I just noticed. There it was. Does not really do anything for us. Slowing down now will just get us into an orbit around the moon. And I think that's what we're going to have to do. We do not have enough delta V . To slow down fully to re-enter Kerbin's atmosphere. At 43, we lose it. So the best thing to do is park him in an orbit around the moon. Let's go ahead and fast forward time. This is going to be our periapsis. In 3 hours, we'll make Okay, we'll go ahead and speed up time until we come through to that to that encounter. Okay. Come to the periapsis. Well, let's see if we can slow down from here, because we're gaining speed at the moment. I'm getting another encounter there, which is... $64 puts us in orbit, or 26. 26 puts us in orbit of Kerbin, the moon. Let's go ahead and get him in orbit around the moon. It's easier to go get him from the moon than anywhere else. We can send another ship out or something like that. Got good battery charge, and we're going to go ahead and make this burn. There we go. So he is in orbit around the moon. He is still not rescued yet. We have to bring him back to get the to complete the contract. So this shouldn't be too hard to go out, match his orbit, even with the same rescue rocket. That way we'll have a lot of Delta V. We'll shoot it out towards them. Out towards the moon. It's actually a good time to go right now as well, because the moon is in a position. Sun is here, Kerbin 6 o'clock position. The moon is in this quarter, so it's a good time to launch. We may do that next episode. Anyway, if there's a way anybody knows to figure out the Delta V of the next burn, the next maneuver, let me know how to do it, because I don't know how to do that. Make a maneuver and then make a second maneuver on that line. How do we tell the Delta V? Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.